Hey guys, Bearded CB82. So today, well, I got this little bitty Harbor Freight kit out, and wouldn't you know it, I feel like breaking something. So stay tuned and let's see what we got. Alrighty guys, so out of this nice $5 kit, well, nice is a term of perspective, but and well, I know Robert Waters has been waiting on this one for a little while. Got my good old standard, this is a 3/8 nut, so 9/16 on the socket size. I've got the adapter here, which we kind of had a little bitty discussion on that when we talked about, you know, the odds and ends of this little kit. And got a torque wrench. So what does that mean? Well, today on the will it break, well, you guys already know the answer to that question, is how much will this little bitty piece take before it breaks? We all know this is going to be the weakest link out of everything else in this little kit. But how much pressure will it take before it actually goes ahead and shears on you? Let's say you are doing a roadside repair or something like that, and you do have to get, say, around an 11mm or maybe a 9/16 on down, you know, on the smaller end of things, and this happens to be what you had because you went with that $5 kit right there. How soon before you rack your knuckles? So we're going to get moved over to the vise over here, and then we're going to go ahead and step by step see how long it takes before this guy shears. So stay tuned. All right, so we got our standard Lake Erie, good old made in the USA grade 8 3/8 bolt. Like I said, that counts to 9/16 on your gradation scale there for your bolt size. Now, one thing I did notice on this, not quite as precise as somebody would prefer, but then again, you know, it's a $5 kit. It's kind of what you would expect. So now, as far as the adapter itself, does have the ball detent. With these particular sockets, it's not what I would call a positive fit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start off 16, which is the lowest setting on this guy. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Anyways, there's 20, a couple lines below that, 16 foot-pounds, and which is technically pretty light, even for, you know, a 3/8. But let's see what we got here. All right, did 16 just fine. Let's go to 20. 20 held up just good. Let's go to 25. 25's holding up, so it'll hold up to the lighter end stuff, which, you know, is what it is. 30. 30 held up just fine. 35. All right. Getting a little bit of flex there. Now 40. Okay, so it's holding up to 40. Let's go with 45. 45, you're probably getting up on the upper hand of a standard sized ratchet. or at least a, you know, say 8 to 10 inch ratchet, you know, is gonna be pretty good. Got a bit of flex going on still. 50. That's it. She's done. So there we go. Held up to 50. Well, held at 45 and sheared completely. I didn't even get a click out of it at 50. So it'll hold up to 45. You gotta remember, this is the first time this is being used too, so it's not like it's been overworked or anything. I'm impressed it went past 40, I will say that. But you start, you know, you put a 12, 13 inch ratchet on that, you can accomplish that pretty easily. You put a 10, 12 inch breaker bar, just because you got that, you know, whichever breaker bar you happen to have, you can accomplish that amount of foot-pounds pretty easy. Like I said, this is a 3/8 and it goes clear up to 100 foot-pounds, so if that's any indication. But so the light stuff, like say you're using 5/16, and this guy, you know, 5/16 at about, you know, 30 pounds, you'll probably break the fastener before you break this guy, typically on something that small, or even on the 7/16 1/4 inch side. You know, you're kind of, you know, 40 foot-pounds, you're at a gamble depending on the fastener itself. But there you have it, that little guy. First time went to use it, made it up to 45, but sheared. Had just a constant shear too. Clear around. See if I can get a better focus on that. There she goes. And give you guys a look-see. So, yeah, wouldn't make it to 50. So, but just to make it fair, hold on. Well, some of you guys might call this unfair, but here we go. Snap-on impact adapter, 3/8. Now this is the one way that they did it that's really awesome and really easy to replace. You just got this actual head that's driven into the socket itself, which is smart. So first thing you're gonna notice, good solid click. And then let's see. Oh, yeah, even on this guy, which doesn't have any indents for the ball D10 itself to sit into, you got a really good click out of that. So we're gonna see, where did we leave off at? We're still at 50. Maybe we can get it to focus. 50. Well, there you have it, folks. So, good solid 50 out of this guy for sure, and a little bit better made the whole way around. If you want an adapter, this is where, you know, save your knuckles and save some other tools too. You might want to go spend a little bit of chunk of change on something that's a little bit heavier duty, especially if you're in my line of work. So there you go. That guy will save some knuckles. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for today's Willits break. And of course, remember, shop safety is just as important as firearm safety. You screw something up, someone could die. Later.